Welcome in, everybody. Sorry I've been gone for so long. Been dealing with some mental health problems. Been busy. But I'm back, and I'm so glad to be back. And today, it's going to be a crazy video. Today, we're talking about the Menendez brothers and their murder of their parents. So, like I said before, it's going to be a sensitive video. For anybody that don't like the murder things, viewer discretion is advised. Eric and Joseph Lyle Menendez are brothers who murdered their parents, Jose and Mary Menendez. On August 18th, 1989, Joseph, aka Lyle Menendez, went to a lot of SoCal gun shops to purchase handguns, but due to the 2-week mandated wait period for gun laws, he ended up buying shotguns instead. They bought Mossberg 12-gauge shotguns with birdshot and buckshot. Eric used a stolen license from Lyle's friend, Donovan Goodrow. So, on August 20th, 1989, Mary and Jose were watching TV in their Beverly Hills mansion when Lyle and Eric walked in with loaded shotguns. Jose was shot 6 times, with the fatal shot coming to the head. Mary was shot 10 times, with the fatal shot coming to her cheek. She was trying to crawl away, but Eric handed Lyle ammo to reload, and then they shot the fatal shot. After the murders, the brothers stayed around a while, expecting the cops to show up because of all the noise, but they didn't. So they left to dump the weapons. They dumped their bloody clothes and murder weapons along Mulholland Drive. They went to a movie theater to buy tickets to watch Batman for an alibi. They weren't going to watch it. They were going to use it as an excuse. But the timestamps didn't add up. So instead, they went to the Taste of LA festival. But when they returned home, there were still no signs of law enforcement. So they called the cops and say their parents had been murdered by some unknown person. When the police arrived, they never tested the brothers for gunshot residue. They thought it could have been part of a mob that did it due to Jose's connections and business and how crazy it was. They said this was the most crazy and brutal they've ever seen a murder due to all the blood and brain matter splattered everywhere. Retired Detective Dan Stewart said, "I've seen a lot of homicides, but nothing so brutal." During the autopsy, they determined one of the blasts created explosive decapitation on Jose, and the shots on Mary hit her right arm, chest, left hip, left leg, and head, with multiple lacerations to the brain. So the months after the murder, the brothers were living lavishly, buying expensive things, going on vacation. Also, Lyle bought Chuck's Spring Street Cafe in New Jersey, along with Rolexes and a Porsche. Eric bought a personal tennis coach, and he competed overseas. And altogether, they spent about $700,000. And back then, converted to now, that's a lot of money. They even went to a New York Knicks game, and they were pictured on a trading card of Mark Jackson's. So as the investigation went on, detectives started to suspect the brothers due to their rapid spending spree and traveling. So, Eric confessed to his friend, Craig Signorelli. Craig also said the two wrote a 66-page screenplay called Friends that depicted a child murdering his 2 wealthy parents. So, detectives put a wire on Craig, trying to get a confession out of Eric. But when the two went to lunch, Eric denied everything. But eventually, Eric confessed to his therapist, and his therapist told his mistress. So his therapist started to record his sessions with Eric and Lyle. The therapist's mistress told the police about the brothers' involvement, and on March 8th, 1990, Lyle had been arrested, and Eric turned himself in 3 days later once he returned from his trip in Israel. The brothers were jailed separately and without bail. So they got charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and conspiracy to murder, which netted them life sentences without possibility of parole. This was truly a sad story. Who could be so greedy and evil to kill their parents over money? It's terrible. It's very, very terrible. So, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I really appreciate y'all coming back. I know it's been a minute. Like I said, I was dealing with some mental health things. And if any of y'all are dealing with mental health or anything, take time for yourself. Go get help. Talk to somebody. You never know if it'll help your life or not, because it really does help. And I appreciate you all so much for coming back. And as always, chat, before I get to the ending, if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment what I can do better. Even if you disliked it, leave a dislike. Let me know. Subscribe if you want. But I appreciate you guys, and I couldn't do it without y'all. And as always, chat, stay safe, and good night.